He wasn't supposed to be there that night. Adrian Cole, self-made millionaire, business tycoon, and a man who believed emotions were weaknesses, rarely stepped into small, dimly lit restaurants. His world revolved around glass towers, luxury meetings, and million-dollar deals. But one unexpected delay in his driver's schedule forced him to walk into a quiet roadside diner. And that's where everything changed. The soft clinking of dishes and low chatter faded into silence in his mind the moment he saw her. Lena, his ex-wife, standing just a few feet away, in a waitress uniform. And she was pregnant. For a second, Adrian thought he was imagining things. The Lena he knew, the woman he once loved, was elegant, full of life, and carried herself with quiet dignity. She had dreams, ambitions, and a smile that used to make him forget the world. But the woman in front of him looked different. Tired, pale, yet still undeniably her. His chest tightened as memories rushed back, memories he had buried under wealth and success. Their marriage hadn't ended in peace. It ended in accusations, misunderstandings, and one fatal assumption. He believed she betrayed him, and without waiting for the truth, he walked away. No explanations, no second chances, just divorce papers and silence. Now, seeing her like this, something inside him cracked. Lena hadn't noticed him yet. She moved from table to table, taking orders with a polite smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. Every step she took seemed heavier, as if she was carrying more than just the child in her womb. Adrian clenched his fists. Why was she here? Where was the life he thought she had after him? And the most haunting question of all, whose child was she carrying? When she finally turned toward his table, her eyes met his. Everything froze. The tray in her hands trembled slightly, and for a brief moment the world around them disappeared. Adrian, she whispered, her voice barely audible. He stood up slowly, his gaze locked on her. Lena. There were 1,000 things he wanted to say, but none came out right. Instead, his eyes dropped to her stomach. The silence between them grew heavy. I didn't expect to see you here, he finally said, his voice colder than he intended. Lena swallowed, forcing a faint smile. Life doesn't always go as planned. Her calmness irritated him. Or maybe it exposed his guilt. He sat down, but his thoughts refused to settle. Every move she made, every step she took, it all felt wrong. This wasn't the life she deserved. Not after everything. Not after him. Minutes later, as she returned with his order, Adrian couldn't hold back anymore. Who's the father? He asked bluntly. The question hit harder than he expected. Lena froze. For a moment, her composure broke. But then she looked straight into his eyes and said something that shattered his world. You are. The words echoed in his mind. Adrian felt like the ground beneath him had disappeared. That's impossible, he said quickly. We were already... Divorced? She finished quietly. Yes, but I found out after you left. His heart started pounding. Why didn't you tell me? Lena let out a soft, painful laugh. Tell you? You didn't even give me a chance to explain when you thought I cheated on you. You walked away, Adrian. You chose to believe the worst. Her words cut deep. Because they were true. Adrian remembered that night clearly, the message, the misunderstanding, the anger that blinded him. He never asked for her side of the story. He didn't want to, because it was easier to leave than to face the possibility that he was wrong. Why are you working here? He asked, his voice softer now. Lena hesitated, then answered honestly. Because I had to survive. No drama. No complaints. Just truth. And somehow, that hurt more than anything. Adrian looked around the small diner, the chipped tables, the worn-out chairs, and then back at her.
His child? Growing up in this struggle? No. That thought alone was unbearable. "Come with me," he said suddenly. Lena frowned. "What?" "I'll take care of everything. You don't have to do this anymore." For a moment, hope flickered in her eyes, but then it faded. "I don't need your charity, Adrian." "It's not charity. It's responsibility." "No," she said firmly. "It's guilt." Her words hit exactly where it hurt, because she was right again. But this time, Adrian didn't walk away. "I was wrong," he said quietly. The words felt unfamiliar on his tongue. "I should have trusted you. I should have stayed. I should have listened." Lena stared at him, shocked. This was a side of Adrian she had never seen before. Vulnerable, honest, human. "I can't change the past, but I won't run from it anymore. Not from you, and not from our child." Silence filled the space between them, but this time it wasn't heavy. It was different. Tears slowly filled Lena's eyes, not because of the pain, but because for the first time in a long time, she felt seen. "What happens now?" she asked softly. Adrian took a deep breath. "This time, we do it right." That night didn't magically fix everything. There were still wounds to heal, trust to rebuild, and a future to figure out. But something had changed. Not just in their circumstances, but in him. The millionaire who once walked away without looking back chose to stay. And sometimes, that choice changes everything.